Oh, look, we're up against a pretty good side that took every one of their chances, and we put, we said at half time we dug a pretty big hole here. We don't want to keep digging, and I think we didn't keep digging. We filled in a bit.
Well, there are still times. Some of you gave them a try this time. They were secure from about 4 minutes onwards. What's happened? What's changed?
Oh, I think they're two different teams really. We've got quite a few of our back division, our number one back division out, and it's a good chance for others to stand up. I think they've come a long way in the championship. They have. We're now we're just starting our championships, if you like. So they meet in different circumstances, different times. We showed when we get possession, we can hold them. We can do that. We got punished on our mistakes. They were very, very clinical. They took their chances. They did really, really well. The maul, the first try was wonderfully set up, and then a great try off a missed tackle from our point of view for kick-off, and they score at the other end. That was great skill. And then we turn over a ball and they run 60 metres to score a try. There's a lot of us in that as well, but they were very, very clinical.
In the summer, their fight back started the try from the wall, but penalty try overall. Is that something you're worried about?
Well, it's not, we don't have to be rocket scientists to work out they're a pretty good mauling team. They showed right through their rugby championship that they're potent there, and we went in with a clear plan, but they did it very, very well again, and they did, and we'll see a bit of them over the next couple of years, so it's something we'll be working on.
Scotty, particularly concerned with what happened on lineouts in the first quarter, the last 5 out of 6.
Yeah, look, there was a couple of issues at the start of the game, but that's the negative side and put us under a heap of pressure. We accept that, but sometimes as a coach you've got to look at how people bounce back. We won probably 11 on the bounce. It was an unusual day for that. We showed composure under pressure in that area. We let ourselves down early and put us under a heap of pressure, which on the back of they scored points on. But out of it, we got ourselves out of the jam. We started to have a look, and this ride and this journey for us is about finding out about people. We found out a bit about a few today.
Any more listeners, Jeff? Sean, what was the doubt on the field, particularly after the two quick time tries?
Obviously going into the game we're full of confidence and we knew what we had to do, but like John says, we cost ourselves too many silly scores and too many quick scores, and they're second in the world, and you can't do it against top teams at any level, let alone this top international. So, it's frustrating towards the end. We just couldn't get certain things right, and we're trying to force things towards the end a little bit. But we just got to move on. We've got to take the things that went well or better, work on things that didn't go quite so well, and we've still got another test and hopefully make an amends next week.
Scott, what are the main areas you're going to have to work on moving forward?
Look, I think we go back to we want to have our set piece, a platform to play off, and we want to start well. I mean, that's obvious. It's spoken about. That'll be one. But the contact area too. That's an area that we'll have to work on. Australia, they showed yesterday that I thought they were wonderful at the contact area and punished Ireland every time they got it wrong. So it's certainly it's probably the same mantra I've been saying for 6 months. It's the same thing. It's but it'll be the same thing. You'll see me Tuesday and I'll say the same thing.
Scott, Stephen Bell from Ipega in South Africa. How big would you say the gap between South Africa and New Zealand is in the world ranking at the moment between the teams?
Well, how do you want me to measure that, mate? Well, what measurement are we going to use on that one?
Based on performance.
Look, I don't think. Look, I watched Australia play yesterday, and I watched England play against New Zealand, and I was at the championship in Joburg to watch New Zealand and South Africa. I don't think there's much between any of those sides. I don't. I think New Zealand's got a potent run at the moment. They've got a confident team. They're well coached, well drilled, but sides have kept moving closer too. I think all those sides on any given day can beat each other. That's what we want in the sport.
Scott, you mentioned the line-outs going well. If you had to pick up a few more positives from that performance,
Look, you have a look. We had, I think, 78 tackles in the first half. That's what we had, I think, to theirs 20 or something. It was, and when you look at the tries that were conceded, one off a maul, and like I said, one off our play, and I thought the defence held. I think it was resolute, if you like, and it's a funny thing to say when you let in 4 tries, but that game could have gone with the amount of possession that they had. It could have gone down a different path, a further path, if you like. So I thought there was great resolve in defence, and it just goes to show when we get our stuff right and we starve them of a bit of possession in the second half. Yeah, they scored early, but they didn't threaten after that because we got our part right. So it just highlights the fact that most of our issues are completely ours and ours alone, and they're the ones we've got to fix.